the right thing for you as a man is not to have this mindset and believe that she has to spend her money in this marriage because it's going to make you feel entitled. From time immemorial, men loves to give. Except recently, where it's changing. If a man wants to, impress a woman, you see him giving her a lot just to show to her that I can take care of you. And that brings out the masculine energy in the man. Right? So if money is not an issue.
Hello, welcome to another exciting edition of the LEC Pod, a podcast where we inspire elevated living. My name is Emmanuel, and of course, as usual, you should expect that my co-host would have been here on set today, but she's unavoidably absent, and I will be taking you through all the goodies that we have in stock for you. As usual, we have a super amazing guest. Her name is Alima Adewuyi Olatunde. She is a marriage therapist and the founder of the Tranquil Home, which is an Islamic counseling service. You're very welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Mr. Emmanuel.
Yeah, thank you. And from the introduction, you would realize that we are talking about something we just mentioned was what her field is, and it gives a slight inclination of what we're going to be discussing. So what is it that we are discussing today? We're looking at love and responsibility. Is it 100% care or 50-50 share? That is what we're going to be discussing today. Ma, what do you have to say about that to begin with?
Okay, to begin with, I just want to clarify something that marriage should not be seen as a war zone.
Okay.
Right? And then both gender, both the man and the woman should not approach marriage or go into marriage with the mindset that, okay, I'm going in here, I'm going to, do my own part alone.
Yeah.
And you should see marriage as an institution, a place that gives you the opportunity to have a companion for life, a place that gives you the opportunity to work together with your team in building something beautiful, in building something wonderful. Right? So if you go or you approach marriage with that mindset, the issue of who is to do what is to be done by who, is going to be minimized to the barest minimum. Unlike the way we have it all over social media that, okay, if he doesn't do this, I won't do that. No. And I also believe that when you find the true one for you, your soulmate, a topic of responsibility, who is to do this, is it 50-50 or not, that topic will be off the table.
So if I understand correctly, you were saying that marriage, whether 50-50 or 100%, it shouldn't be the main focus.
Yes.
What should be the focus is that people should first of all love themselves.
Of course.
And be able to be there for each other.
Yes.
Yeah. But the question I'd like to ask now is, does love truly exist? Does love truly exist? Is it not... Do people really love because... Are there no sentimental attachment to loving your partner? Is there not something that attracts you, that makes you want to go into that entire relationship?
Okay. Most people believe they approach love with the mindset of a feeling. Right?
Yeah.
And for love, it has to do with two things. Every individual on the planet wants to be loved. And they want to give love.
Okay.
Right? So love is more of a feeling and an action.
Yeah.
Right? So if you want to be loved, it means you're expecting to receive love, right?
Yes.
And then if you want to give love, it means it is an action. It's something you do. When you say that you love someone, what you're saying is that you're ready to do something for them, to feel loved, right? And in return, you're expecting them to also reciprocate so that you would also receive love, right? So yes, love exists.
It does exist.
Yes.
But people on social media these days, people are basically like, I really don't care. I'm just going to go into relationship, marriage, or loving somebody because of what they can basically benefit from it at the end of the day. And they really don't care whether the other person is hot or not. Should that actually be the case?
Okay. If you want something from a relationship, then you need to understand that you should be willing to give something as well.
Okay.
Right? You want to be loved in a relationship. You want someone to make you feel better. Then you should know that, of course, you are also going to give something in return. You cannot expect to get love where there is no love. Let me explain that.
Okay.
Now, it is what I have that I'll be able to give. If you want your partner to show love to you, then it means they are going to be showing love from their love tank, right? So if their love tank is empty, they would have no love to show to you. And in filling their love tank, it is your own job to fill their love tank as much as it is their own job to fill your love tank. So when the love tank is full, you have enough to give to the other person. So it's not possible. There's no way you're going to experience the kind of loving relationship that you want. Now, if you want to be selfish, you want someone to love you, right? You want someone to care for you. You want someone to do a lot of things for you. They won't be able to do that if their love tank is empty. And for their love tank to be full, it means you should be willing to do something for them.
My question is, nothing should make me. We've seen places, we've heard stories where people, even on a sick, dying bed, we've seen couples not helping each other when in need. Where is that coming from?
Okay.
Where? Is it rooted in our culture? Where is that coming from? Because you would expect that once two persons are married, they should be able to share love. They should be able to share things amongst themselves. Why is it that as a society, we still hold back on some things? Is it being selfish? Is it that we're being stingy?
In marriage, there is no one size fits all in marriage talks.
Yes.
And marriage is about different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
Right? And the dynamic in each marriage is peculiar to the couples that are involved there.
Yeah.
So each marriage is unique in its own way. Now, I'm going to start from the aspects of a couple or one of the couple being sick on bed and the other is not willing to help.
Yes.
Now, in such a situation, you would notice that probably there has been like some kind of resentment that has happened in the marriage, unresolved issues has happened in that kind of marriage for one partner not willing to help the other partner out. Now, because marriage has different stages.
Okay.
Now, when you just got married, you are over the moon, you love each other so much, you are willing to do anything for each other. And then the reality sets in, and the other person's personality is clear to you. And because you both have different backgrounds and different perspective, the way you see life and different values, which should not be too different from each other. I mean values, right? But of course, it can be 100%. And these things, there tend to be conflicts between what you want and what the other person wants, and the way you both show up in the marriage. Yeah. And these things led to unresolved issues in the marriage. And when issues are not being resolved, they keep piling up till resentment gets in the way. Yeah. So for a partner not willing to help the other partner, it means that there are unresolved issues there. That's
Number
one.
one.
That's
Yeah.
one because
Yeah, sure.
there is no way you would say you love someone and you would watch them suffer. It's not possible.
Seriously?
Yeah, you won't say you love someone and watch them suffer. You won't watch your loved ones suffer. You okay? Let's diverse away from
A little bit.
man and woman relationship. If you love your mom, we love our children, we love our girls. You won't hear that your mom is sick and say, "Oh, okay, she has offended me," or whatever. I love her, but I can't take care of her. When you have the means to, it's not possible. It's not possible. You can't say that you love your daughter and you refuse to help your daughter out when they need the help. So if one partner is not willing to help the other, probably there are unresolved issues. Now, on the aspect of his money is our money, my money
It's my money.
is my money. I said earlier that marriage is different strokes for different folks, right? So it depends on what is applicable in that particular couple dynamics, right? You would have a man that would say, I don't want my wife to spend. I don't want my wife to be the one to take care of expenses, right? Because if she does this, it means I'm not capable.
Yeah, sure.
Right? And then you would have another man that would say, I don't mind her helping out in this area. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it depends on different couples. It depends on what plays in each person's home. But let's also look at the scripture because I'm a religious person, of
sure,
course.
definitely.
And I think it's also similar in the Christian religion. But for the Islamic religion, it is said that men are the maintainers and sustainers of women. So if you're going to maintain a particular person, if you're going to sustain her, if you're going to make her feel comfortable, then it involves a lot of things: financial responsibility, emotionally, or physically being a leader, and a whole lot of that, right? So, and from time immemorial, men loves to give, except recently where it's changing. If a man wants to, impress a woman, you see him giving her a lot just to show to her that I can take care of you.
Take care of it.
And that brings out the masculine energy in the man. And women love to receive. When a man gives a lady something and she shows so much appreciation and she receives the gift. She receives it and she's so happy, and it brings a kind of joy and happiness to the man that, oh yeah, I was able to make her happy. Right? So that is the way things are supposed to be, quote and unquote. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, right? So if a man gives, it makes the man happy. And how does a man show that he loves you? A man that loves you would protect you. A man that loves you would provide for you. A man that loves you would profess his love. He would take you around and show you to everyone, oh, this is my wife. Oh, this is my wife. This is who I want to get married to. This is my fiancé. And he would, want to protect you from all form of things. So that's my belief and perspective on that.
Do you think that culture or religion kind of put the pressure to always provide on the men? Yes, because again, the men love to give. The men would love to protect and do all of that. But sometimes taking one responsibility off the man or more just to show that could also be a way of appreciating what he does. Right?
Okay.
But to entirely just leave the full responsibility, even when you have the wherewithal to be able to do, but you just keep quiet. Don't you think that the pressure is enormous on the men? And it's the reason why I don't have the statistics, but you see the dying rates of men. Men die faster than than women or their spouses and all. Don't you think that culture and religion it's playing a big role in terms of pressuring the men to always be the one to provide, and they go to the extreme to do one or two things just to impress?
Okay, so I'm going to address the men first
Yeah, and then
before
we come back.
addressing
Yeah, definitely.
the women.
Yeah, okay.
Now, for a man, the right thing for you as a man is not to have this mindset and believe that she has to spend her money in this marriage.
Okay.
The right thing for you. Don't come with that mindset and that belief, because it's going to make you feel entitled.
What about dating, when courtship? So we're talking about relationship in general now.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's a dicey one because in courtship and marriage, I wouldn't want to say yes or no to that.
Okay.
Because for me, things start in marriage. That's my
So
own
for you,
perspective.
it's
More
marriage.
about the marriage.
Okay.
So it's more about the marriage.
Okay.
So do not have the mindset or the belief that the woman should spend her money like in this marriage.
Okay.
Go into the marriage with the mindset that, okay, I'm going to provide for my family as much as I can within my capacity.
All right.
I'm going to try and give them the best that they deserve. Right? Because when you have the mindsets and the beliefs, it's going to make you want to feel entitled to your wife's...
So men should not feel entitled.
Yes.
But should women be...
Now, you know, I said I'm going to address...
Yeah,
I'm going to address the female.
Yeah.
Now, as a woman... do not have the mindset that, okay, I'm going in there, I'm not going to do anything, I'm not going to support. But of course, if you love someone, like I said, you wouldn't want anything bad to happen to them. And you see your man struggling in some areas. Then you need to think of, okay, what can I do to help this man out, to support him? And I believe as well that if a man is one that is always giving, that is always providing, going out of his way to make sure his family are comfortable, a good wife, a good woman would see all of this and know when to step in. She would have the financial intelligence. She would know when to ask, what to ask, and she would understand what she can handle on her own.
But what in a case, because we've again seen that times and again where, and I say this because the stories are out there, where people basically say, if he doesn't pay the school fees, it's his responsibility. Even when the man cannot, he's trying.
Okay.
He's toiling by the day, or maybe there is a setback in terms of expectations. Oh, probably he did contract. He's expended so much. For the clients to pay back, it's not coming. Children have to go to school, but that is not coming. The resources is not there, but they need to pay for school fees. The woman has that resources. He keeps it and says she'd rather spend it on herself.
Okay.
As against
helping out
stepping
in the house.
in and saying, okay, this is it. Okay, you will refund my money when you get it.
Okay.
But we see that scenario, and it's not even because there are issues. It's the mindset that these category of women, ladies have.
Okay.
Right? Which is that it's your responsibility to provide, whether you are dying or not. It's none of my business. You just have to provide. And if you cannot, they look for the next available exit door.
Okay.
And we have that.
Okay. Now, there's a difference between a man that cannot provide because of the situation he finds himself and a man that does not want to provide. Right?
Yeah.
So if over time the man has shown that it's not that he doesn't want to provide, right? But with the situation at hand, he does not have the capability to provide. There's nothing wrong in the woman, stepping in to help, to support the man. Now, it shouldn't be something that will now go on for a longer period of time, because men tend to relax when the woman comes in and take their place. Now, I'm going to explain. Yes. I'm going to explain that. I'm going to explain that to you, because there are cases where the man feels like, okay, she's already doing all of that. She's handling all of those things. And the woman having the intention that, okay, it's because it cannot or it does not have the capability
Yeah.
to do that. So let me just step in. And then the man feels relaxed, like, okay, I have enough to spend around
Frivolities.
on other frivolities. Do you understand? I
Yeah.
can spend on other things. She's already handling that. And the moment she comes and says, okay, I do not have this I don't think I can handle it again. Can you please step in? Because it's used to her filling that gap, it becomes an issue in the marriage, right? It becomes an issue, and then it makes a big mountain out of it. And there are cases of men that would rather go out and look for women that they will spend on. Do you know that there are men like that? That if the woman comes in, she steps in, she does everything. So how she believes that I should be able to do that. And the man does not like it. He did not communicate. It feels like he's useless in the home. Like, you don't need me in this place. What is my importance? What's my significance in this home? If I'm not the one doing this, I'm not the one doing that. Okay, let me look for another person that I can take care of, that I can exert my masculine energy on. And then you see them spoiling other women outside, and then at home, the wife is feeling like, oh, he doesn't have. There are cases like that. So it shouldn't be a norm where the woman would just take over the responsibility from the man in the marriage. And in cases where the man is not able to fill in that space, communication and vulnerability, have a discussion about it, sit together. Okay, what is it? How do we want to navigate this? We have this issue on ground. What can we do to ensure that we are able to solve this financial issue? Both of you sit down and agree. So it shouldn't be like the woman just take everything away from him.
Yeah, so my question is, if women are not expected to provide financially in marriages, what should they be spending? Why? They have the resources. What should they use it? What do they
Should
use
they
it?
use their money for?
Yeah. What do they use their money for? And why do they use it for the things that they are using it for?
Okay, there is individuality in marriage.
Yeah.
As much as you are coming together as a couple, you are also separate individuals that have your goals, your dreams, your vision, right? So a woman that has her own money is not that she's not going to help in the home. Of course, I said it in the beginning that if you love someone, you want to make them happy, you want to make them comfortable, and you want to be able to help fill their love tank. Of course, when she notices and she sees that, oh, this man is not able to do this, she can step in to assist and support, not take over the responsibility. Now, her money, she can decide to use her money to take care of the husband.
Pedicure.
Of course, there are instances where the woman would take her husband out.
Okay.
Right? And there are instances where the woman would, organize a surprise, party for the husband to appreciate the husband. She's using her money. She's spending her money. She would have her own goals, her dreams that she needs to fund. She has a family that she needs to take care of, right? She has, there are a lot of things to use money for. There are a lot of things to use. So
they use the money for. What's your take on building your home with a man? Because the cliche out there today is that, most especially the younger generation, say Gen Z, they would basically tell you that I don't want to build any home with any man. Why? Where is that narrative coming from? And why are they saying that?
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, they just think that they should have their Escalates, GLKs, name it. They should live a life of affluence without having to do anything. And the question most times is, do you think that these men also dream or think of the same thing before they get what they want? They go out and then toil right? So where's that narrative coming from?
It is not possible to want a home and not build it.
Okay.
You cannot.
Tell them.
It's not possible
Yeah.
to want a home and not build it.
They said they can't build with a man. That
No.
the man must be well built before even approaching them.
Because an healthy home is not found.
Okay.
No, it's not because you got married to the other person that you automatically have a good home, a healthy home. You both have to build that home.
Okay. And when you say build, can you break it down so that
Yes.
we all understand?
You're building it. The financial aspect is there. The emotional aspect is there. Spiritually,
Okay.
socially, there are a lot of things that you both have to put together to build this home. Your home.
Yeah.
Both of you home. So it is not possible. So if as long as you want a home to come back to, you're going to build that home.
Okay.
It has to be a teamwork.
Okay.
It has to be a teamwork.
teamwork.
And it requires different things. It requires lots of efforts. Sometimes it's going to take tears, money.
Okay.
It's going to take compromise to build.
Serious one.
Yes, to build a home.
To build a home. So do you think that those who wish for men, when the younger generation say I don't want to be, is it right for them to say that I don't want to build with a man? The man should be well built before approaching me.
Okay. Well,
because again, you would expect that we're just interacting right now, right?
Yeah.
And you did mention that a man should be responsible. Responsibility means that you are financially stable enough to want to. Responsibility also means that you have the maturity and the willingness to say, yes, I can take an additional person to myself. Responsibility means that when the kids start coming up, you are still mentally ready, irrespective of what happens in life. Be able to take that responsibility on for yourself and then cater for everybody. Don't you think that when Gen Z says, I don't want to build with a man, they are basically saying that they want a man that is mentally, financially, emotionally, spiritually stable before they can go in? Don't they have that right to demand that?
So does a man need a woman that is mentally, emotionally stable, financially stable?
So a man should also...
Of course, we need to go into marriage together as individual. We both want someone that is matured enough for us to be able to build a home together, right? Of course, we are not going to be perfect. We're going to have our own flaws, but to a certain degree and level, there should be some level of maturity and emotional intelligence in both parties. To build the home.
So
and
not just one person.
Yes, I want to correct a notion. A woman is also responsible. She's also responsible for some certain things to keep the home, a peaceful home.
Okay.
So responsibility in that aspect, responsibility does not only mean that everything has to be on the man, right? Okay. It doesn't mean that everything has to be only on the man. It's about taking accountability, playing your own part in making sure that this home that we are building is a sane one, in making sure that this home that we are building is one that is peaceful, is in making sure that this home that we are building is safe, where each individual and each parties and everyone in the home is seen, heard, and valued. A man wants to be seen, a man wants to be heard, a man wants to be loved and valued. So also a woman wants to be seen, heard, loved, and valued. So each party has a role to play in ensuring that this is being done. Remember, I said everyone wants to love and to be loved. So you should be, and it's the ideal thing for you to give love as much as you're expecting to receive love. Like I said at the beginning, that if the love tank is empty, there'll be nothing to give. And that is where you see resentments coming into the marriage.
Yeah.
That is where you see that people are leaving themselves. Why? Because one party is not willing to do what they are supposed to do to make sure that the atmosphere in the home is serene. So if each any one of them is lagging behind in doing their own responsibility, it's going to affect the atmosphere of the home. Okay. So I tend to see marriage as more of everyone doing their own duties. Don't, quote and unquote, don't focus so much on getting your rights, quote and unquote, but focus so much on doing your own duties. Because when you do your duties, the other person will get their rights.
So is it right for men to ask, what do you bring to the table?
Okay.
Okay, so
You're putting me on the spot.
No. Is it right? Is it right for men to say, to ask, what do you bring to the table? Because again, whether you like it or not, you've already answered the question. But I just want you to state if it is right for men to as well ask, to say yes. You say you don't want to build with a man. You want a man that is already made. But the question is, what do you bring to the table?
Okay, I think for them, they should be more worried about who do I want to marry as a woman, instead of asking what she's bringing to the table. Because if you marry someone whose values does not align with yours, it's going to affect the home, right? It's not about what she's bringing to the table. It's about who she is. Does she fit in to your definition of who a wife and a mother should be? So if you are clear about your own values, if you are clear about who you want to be and who you want to marry as a woman, you won't even ask that question. Because you would have been able to figure these things out. You would have your own, what was it called again? Criteria.
Okay.
To choose a life partner.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And I think that most times for men, I don't know about now, I do think that when they're set to get married, I hardly think that men will think of whether the woman is financially stable or not, or does she have money. I think that most times men, they basically look at character. And it's the reason why when sometimes they date for a very long time, it could be that the lady thinks that, oh, this guy is going to get married to me eventually, not knowing that in most cases, the men are watching, right? So they tend to just look at certain things and they've already made up their mind long time before the breakup even happens. And then you just see them 2 months into relationship with someone else and they're already talking about marriage, right? So that is the dynamics that comes to play. And I do think that when men ask, I might be wrong, now when men ask, what do you bring to the table, they are not necessarily talking about the financial capabilities of the women.
Okay.
But they're basically asking, are you capable of being a mother to my kids, to our kids? Not, I don't want to personalize that. They're asking, if I give you 2 naira or $2, can you multiply it to $4? Or can you make it $10? If I saddled you with the responsibility of managing my estate with you, spend my entire investment recklessly, or you'll be able to manage my estate for my kids, right? So it goes beyond, and that is what I think. Like I said, I might be wrong when I hear these. What do you bring to it? Because naturally, what comes to my mind is when I
Okay.
ask, what do you bring to the table? It's like saying, what can you do beyond? I'm not saying be financially have money, spend on me. I'm basically saying, how can you manage my estate?
Okay.
How can I give you 2 naira and then you're able to multiply it? Because sometimes I've seen people, they give several, give whatever, and then, okay, I give you money, start a business, it goes down the drain. Next time you come to me and then you're asking for maybe 10, 15, 20 million, as the case may be.
Okay, so I will like to advise the men,
Okay.
if truly, if they're looking for a woman that can help them manage their home, that will be the kind of woman that they want, that question will not give them the opportunity to meet the kind of woman that they want.
So how should they go about it?
You should have the questions that you want to ask. Of course, you need to know what your own values are first, and then you need to know the definition of who a woman, a wife should be to you, and who a mother should be to you.
Yeah.
When you know what that means to you, then you will be able to ask questions that would help you understand the intellectual capacity of the woman you're talking to. Ask questions that would give you an idea of, the kind of woman is the kind of person the woman in front of you is. Then you will be able to know if she fits in to your definition of who a wife should be. But that question, what do you bring to the table, is like a red flag, quotes and unquotes. Yes, it's like a red flag for the kind of woman you may, you are looking forward to meeting. Because, a woman wants a man to be masculine. A woman wants a man to provide for her, to protect her, right? She wants a man to be there for her. She wants to be able to lean into the man. She wants to be able to, feel safe and know that even though I have my money, even though I am intelligent at work, I want to be like a baby, to my man. I want him to lead. Now, if you're asking that question, you're already telling her from the woman perspective that you can't handle that. You can't be a man. You can't be a masculine man for her. And that kind of question kind of throws her off balance.
Of balance. Right. So I would ask, do you think that for billionaires like Elon Musk, Otedolas and the Dangotes, do you think that they will think about 50-50 split bills in their home? Or don't you think that this 50-50 split bills and all, it's more of a poor mental thinking?
Okay. Money is good in relationship.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So
Money.
I can't be there for you. 20%.
Oh no. The
Without
reason
money?
why I said that is that there are lots of things that you use money for, right? So if money is not an issue in a relationship, and all things being equal,
Yeah.
both partner love each other to an extent, and they are willing to go to and so wherever for their loved ones. Because there's this saying that if the person you love asks you to jump, the next question you ask is how high do you want me to jump?
Yeah.
Right? If all things being equal, there's no issue, because financial issue is usually a thing in marriage. So if that is out of the way and all things being equal, like I said, I don't think that's going to be an issue in a marriage. All things being equal, meaning like the emotional baggage, the mindsets, the beliefs of the other person, their values not aligning, conflicts, and things like that. All things being equal, there
Do
won't be
you,
an issue.
yeah, do you believe in independent women? Hey, like, I'm independent, I'm feminist. Do you believe in that?
Okay, I believe that man and woman are supposed to come together to build a home, whatever that means to the parties involved. Should play out.
It should play out. So, women coming out to say they should be independent of men, they want to have that freedom to be able to decide whatever it is that they want to in life.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, like feminist, for instance. Say I'm a feminist. I can choose to chase my goal how I want it. I can choose to do whatever I want. Either I want to go into relationship, marriage, or I want to stay the way I am. You know, all these kind of narratives that are out there.
Chasing your goal does not necessarily mean that you're a feminist.
Okay.
No. In marriage, there are 3 ways.
Okay.
There is my way, there is your way, there is our way. And for a marriage to work, it has to be our way. You both are working together as a team. Communication in marriage is very, very important. You communicate, you have this understanding that, okay, this is what I want. This is the way I see things. Then both of you finding a mutual ground, a middle ground and saying, okay, this is what I want. This is what I want. Okay, what do we want? Where can we agree? Where can we agree so that we can build this home together? And I said earlier that there's individuality in marriage because even before you both got married, you are 2 separate, different individuals with different goals, with different dreams. Now you are coming together. You need to understand that now it's not all about you. It's about both of you. What do we both want for our home, for our children? So it should be more of we, not hi.
Okay.
This is what we agree to do.
All right. So we'll take a short break and we'll be back. Hello. Welcome back. If you've just joined us, we've been discussing love and responsibility. 100% care or 50-50 shares. And I have my good guest in the show. Her name is Alima Adewi Olatunde, and we've been having an amazing conversation so far. Ma'am, we've talked, just before we went on a break, we did discuss whether it's nice for us, should we encourage more independent women in the society, right? We already know your opinion on that. But my next question would then be 50% shares. Does that mean that, do you agree that men, having worked throughout the day, should come change diapers, wash plates, mop the house, do the laundry, clean the toilets? I'm not saying that it's the responsibility of the women to do all of that, right? But do you think that having toiled the entire day, you should still come back and be involved in this?
Okay. The leader of the home,
yes,
is the man. He is the one that has gone out. Women also go out. So,
yes.
we expect him to do some certain things in the house.
Yes.
And he is back, tired. Tired.
Yeah.
Emphasis on that. He's tired. He has faced a lot of things at his work of place. Now, as a woman, you want to be his safe space, right? You want him to come home and say that, okay, I'm back into my heaven. I'm safe. Yeah, this is where I'm going to be seen. This is where I'm going to be heard. This is where I'm going to be valued.
Yeah.
Now, you don't want to meet him with something that's going to affect him. You need to show concern. You need to be there for him. You need to, ask about his day, make him feel relaxed, right? You make him feel relaxed. You make him settle down in the home. And you want him to help you out in doing some certain things. Now, I know that some people are going to say, help, is it not your home? Are you not both supposed to do the things together? The truth is that we all have our roles to play in building the home.
Yeah.
Right? You want him to help you with some certain things. Culturally, we know that women are the caregivers. We are the one that make the home warm for everyone. We want to ensure that everyone is getting what they're supposed to do. And you need his help. You need him to help you out on some certain things.
Yeah.
There are ways you go about it.
Okay.
There are ways you discuss it with him. Could you please help, do this thing? You ask him, could you please help with these certain things? I would need your help in this area, right? And more often it's not really about the chores. It's about, feeling seen. It's about being appreciated. Appreciate that I'm doing this as well for the home. Appreciate. Are you seeing that I'm doing my part? The man also wants to be seen. Are you seeing as a wife that I'm also trying my best to provide for the family? Do you appreciate me? Do you see me? Do you thank me? Some woman may say, that's his responsibility. Why do I have to thank him? You need to thank him, because there's this saying that in Yoruba, tí ẹrú bá dúpẹ́, á gba ìtópọ̀ sí, right? If you are grateful, you're going to have more. Right? And in the scripture, Allah said that if you are grateful, I will give you more. So it's more or less like if you want things to multiply, just be grateful for the one you have. And you see the other person going out of their way, to help you and to come in to play their own part. So you are doing some certain things. The woman also wants to feel seen. Okay, thank you for doing this, or thank you for setting the table. Thank you. And she needs help. If she needs help, is to ask in a polite way. Could you please help me with this? I'm getting stressed. It's becoming too much for me. Can you please help? And like I said earlier, that if you love someone, you wouldn't want to watch them suffer in any area. You'd want to show that you care. If showing that you care to her means helping her out, then show that you care. And it doesn't necessarily mean that if he's not standing up to help you in that area, it means that he doesn't care. No, because there are ways that both gender shows their love, right? The way a man shows love is different from the way a woman shows love. So we're going to be having issue when we both expect each other to show love the way we want them to show love. We just expect that without communicating it to them. So
I totally agree with you. Just by the way, let me put this on camera. I like washing. I like cleaning the house. Right. And I do think, if you ask my own opinion, is that it's either ways. You're home, you're well rested, you can contribute. You don't have to stack the dishes until the wife does that, because culturally it says that it's the woman that she owns the kitchen. So anything that has to do with the kitchen, you shouldn't. And I'm saying this because that used to be in the past. You also do not expect that men, both couples working and returning back home late in the night, would then have to, you then go chill, watching football, watching all the games, or playing PS5 and expecting that the man will cook, the woman will cook, bring the food, do the dishes, clean the home, serve the meal, and still kneel down.
Okay.
Right? So, in my opinion, I think that there has to be a balance, and which is to your point that you contribute where you think that there is a need
Yes.
for that.
And that you ask.
And then you ask, and
ask
ask
for
at the
help.
appropriate time, because
Yes.
asking can
Yes.
mean that the man is tired, he's just returning after driving 2 hours, 3 hours from work home, and then he comes in, and all he wants is basically to just sit down and listen to himself. Listening to himself, meaning that he goes quiet, and then that quietness is therapeutic. It could heal you of the entire day's stress. But the woman comes, oh, Daddy Tunde, you must have to, please, you would have to do this for me. And I want it now. And the man is saying, please, could you please just give me some time to rest, please? And then she says, no, that's how you used to do. I would ask for this, and you are not doing this. I will ask for that, you're not doing this. That's it. That's how I asked you 10 years ago that you should do this for me, and you refused. Right? So
that is where emotional intelligence comes to
in,
play.
right. Okay.
You should be able to understand the atmosphere and see that, okay, this man, is he in a good position for this kind of conversation? You have to work on yourself, right? I believe that in marriage, both parties need to do the work on themselves, self-development, to be able to get to that stage where they are emotionally intelligent, to understand their own feelings and being able to communicate appropriately and understand the feeling of their partner and sensing, seeing the atmosphere. You see a man walks in, you haven't greeted him, you haven't make him feel comfortable, or even your wife, she's coming in from place of work or wherever, you did not ask her about her day. It's possible that he or she is being stressed at work. Now, things that happen in their place of work. So you want to, check in with them. You want to know where they are at that point in time to see what you can do. And sometimes for you, checking in on them and making them feel comfortable may mean giving them their space.
Their space, yeah.
Giving them their space, and then knowing when to ask for whatever it is. Even if you have something that you want to discuss, is about having the conversation at the appropriate time in the right place, when you see that the atmosphere is such that you can bring that up.
All right. So just these few questions as we begin to wind down now. Men go out, they do all the work, they do all the hard job and stuff, and then they return back from work exhausted and tired, and the women are saying that, oh, you must care for me emotionally, you must do all the chores, or you must contribute to this, you do that. If we reverse the rules and say, from today, henceforth, women will now be at the forefront of providing for the home and all, do you think that the women would ask for a 50-50% share, as the men are currently asking for?
Can you take that again, please? Let me be sure.
Let's for instance, assuming that today the heavenlies choose to say we're reversing the rules between men and women. Men will now be the caregivers, right? Taking care and everything. And the women will now have to be the providers, the guarantors, will now have to be the security, providing security for their own. The women will now be providing all of that the men do naturally these days. Do you think that the women will be clamoring for, do you think that the women would clamor for 100%?
Okay, what I think
would happen? Let's just switch roles.
What I think will happen is that if the roles are switched in a divine way,
Yes.
now God will give each party the ability to carry out their responsibility 100%.
You think so? You think so? Because
Yes, that is what
I've
I
seen,
think.
I've seen on,
I also want
Yeah.
to say something. Now, it is not just women that wants to feel emotionally safe. The men also wants to feel safe emotionally. We may argue is that women are more emotional. Of course, that's the way we've been created by God. And the way man has been created is different from the way women has been created. So yes, women want to feel seen, heard. They want you to be there for them emotionally. So also do men, right? So also do men. So it's not as though it's the woman wants you to care for her emotionally. The man also wants to be cared for emotionally. He wants to be heard. He wants to be seen as well. These things make them feel okay. And I believe that the way God has designed it is such that we can handle our roles. He knows that we can do it. And he knows that we need a companion. He knows we need each other to complement
Balance.
each other, to bring about the balance.
The balance.
So that is what I believe.
Oh wow, what a great way to wind down, because I've seen women say, I don't want to be independent again. The bills are billing, and it's all huge emotional stress for them when they are the only one footing all the bills at home, and it can be very draining.
Yes.
Very, very draining.
And that's
for
because
them.
they are not created to do that. They are not
Okay.
created to do that.
Really?
Yes. Like I mentioned earlier that we have masculine energy and feminine energy. Now, for each one of us, we have both in us, right? For us to have a balance in the home, we need to have the masculine energy and the feminine energy coming together to build the home. Now, if you have too masculine energy in the home, there's going to be chaos in the home.
So
right?
do you think that those who are clamoring for feminism, or who call themselves feminists, do you think that they are not true to themselves based on what you've just said?
Yes, I think so, because women, when we exhibit our natural femininity, our feminine energy,
Yeah.
we bring a kind of energy to the home where there's peace, even within ourselves. Within ourselves as a woman, you feel this peace and softness within you, because that is who you have been created to be, until circumstances push you to exhibit more of your masculine energy. So now that you found a man that is supposed to be
Your backbone.
to do the masculine
Job.
stuff for you,
Yeah.
then let your masculine energy rest. Be more in your feminine energy. And that's why I said, even if you are at work and you are the boss, you are this, when you come home, you are home. You don't need to show the masculine energy at home. The man is there for him to, embrace you, to hold you, to make you feel safe. And if the man is exhibiting more of his feminine energy, that's where you see that he's going to be weak. Now, a woman wants a masculine man, and a man wants a feminine woman. It is when both of them come together in the home that the home is going to be a peaceful one.
So what is your final word for viewers out there?
Okay, that's marriage is not a war zone. It's about team building. It's about building a home. And that we need to give and receive love in order to build this home. A happy home is not found. You don't automatically found a happy home because you got married to the love of your life. You have to build the home together as a team. And you need to communicate. Please communicate. Because in the marriage is about we, not me or I. Because there is your way, my way, and our way. Try as much as you can to make everything in the home our way.
All right, you've heard from our guest today, Halima. Many thanks for gracing us with your presence today.
Thank you for
We
having me.
really, really appreciate you. And for our viewers out there who've watched up to this point, you've heard from her. There is your way, there is my way, and there is our way. And the best point is that we meet. You come from your own way, I come from my own way, and then we meet at our way. That is the only time that we can have the best and the best of relationship and living happy together. The conversation doesn't end here. It continues on all our social platforms. Let us know what your opinions are in terms of love and relationship, 100% care or 50-50% share. We'll leave you. Share, like, comment. Let us know what you think, and we'll meet next week. From all of us in the studio, we want to say a big thank you. My name is Emmanuel. Stay blessed. Bye.